Hey guys, Whew. I am tired. We're getting down to the end of the term, and I'm sure you guys are just as tired as I am. So we're going to dedicate the entire day just to preparing for the end of the term, so you guys feel ready, prepared, and can relax a little bit next week as things get a little crazier. So to prepare for the end of the term today, you're going to review the questions that'll be on the test. Remember, your test isn't going to be a bunch of multiple choice that you really have to study for. It's going to be an essay question where you get to use a graphic organizer to help you write that essay answer. So you're going to use your notes to create a graphic organizer or outline for another question on the test. We already prepared for one, or we should have prepared for one, the one on the Middle Ages. Let's go ahead and take a look at those questions by clicking on Copy of Final Term 1 Essay Questions, and it'll look something like this. So here's a bunch of instructions. The important part that you need to know is that there will be 4 total questions on the sheet, so 4 possible questions that will be asked on your final term test. On the actual day that you take the test, there'll be 3 questions on there. You're only going to answer one of those questions. To make sure that you are fully prepared, you're going to prepare or create graphic organizers for 2 of those questions. The reason why you're preparing for 2 when you're only answering 1 is because we want to make sure that you're prepared even if one of your questions was taken away, because we start with 4. There's only going to be 3 on the test, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, so here's the one that you already have or should have prepared. Number 3, what were the major factors or events that shaped the European Middle Ages time period? Here's the one that we've most recently covered. Why has peace been so difficult to achieve in the Middle East region? For this one, you're going to provide specific examples of the roots of modern-day conflicts and explain the current state of those conflicts. So you're going to create a graphic organizer or an outline to answer these questions on the day that we take the test. You will turn in those 2 graphic organizers when you take your test. If you're not sure how to structure your graphic organizer, I have an example below. This is the same picture that we took for the Middle Ages. Let's see, here it is. When we prepared for the Middle Ages, or should have prepared for that Middle Ages question, where we had our claim, factor, 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 and details for each, and then concluding sentence. You could also do it like this, which is kind of like that brainstorm graphic organizer, claim in the middle, and then branches coming off of your claim. Since it's the most recent one, we can kind of go over how you might want to structure your outline or graphic organizer for the Middle East. You might want to choose one conflict that we've talked about, 3 things that would describe it, maybe its roots, who's fighting and why they're fighting, and then details within those, so specific names, dates, etc., and then a concluding sentence. You could also do it this way, have your claim, choose 3 different conflicts, give explanation or details, specifics on each of those different conflicts, and then a concluding sentence. Either way would work just fine. All right, and then this is just a reminder. Here is the rubric that I'll be using when I grade your test. You guys have already practiced using this rubric when we did the Fall of Rome writing assignment. If you chose to make corrections on your Fall of Rome writing assignment, not only did you improve your grade, but you're improving your understanding of how the grading will work on the end of the term exam. So make sure that you have a question that fully answers, or have an answer that fully answers the question. Make sure that you're clear in your answer. You use specific names, details, and dates. Make sure you have a clear claim, and make sure you have a concluding sentence that made the writing prompt relevant. A lot of people just forgot about the concluding sentence. It's not like the most important part about writing, but it's still a necessary part of the writing process. If you guys have any questions, or even if you want me to double check your graphic organizer or the information in it to make sure that it would have everything it needs to get an A on the test, feel free to do so. Like, now is the time to ask. The day of the exam, I'll say, sorry, I can't tell you, but now I would be able to give you help and some insight. All right, guys, have a great weekend.